Next, it's PowerPoint meets Fight Club. Who says the Monday morning boardroom has to be dull? Still ahead, when is a failure not a failure? When it launches a legendary career. And we'll visit a race where every event is an elimination heat. Our next story is about something called Pecha. Now, everyone has sat through a boring presentation about something. How often do you actually pay attention to one of those bar graph heavy slideshows? Well, apparently this multimedia apathy is something that crosses cultures because some folks at a design firm in Japan decided to do something about it. They set up a presentation format with a couple of new rules. One, you have no control over slide timing. And two, as a member of the audience, if you don't enjoy what's being said, you can talk about whatever you want. The result? Pecha, described as PowerPoint meets Fight Club. And some say it's on its way to being hotter than karaoke.
My fault, Alex.
Everybody's heard that more people fear speaking in public than death. But for you brave souls out there who fancy speaking your mind to a crowd that may or may not be listening, well, I've got something for you. Pecha.
Pecha.
Okay, what he said. I couldn't say it either. In fact, I'm not convinced that anyone really knows how to say it.
I had no idea what this thing was about, so I thought it was Pikachu.
The genesis of the event actually can trace its origins all the way back to the East.
So here's what happens. As a presenter, you have 20 slides with 20 seconds per slide to talk.
You know, if your neighbor has trash in the yard, just go pick it up. If a homeless person asks for your food, buy him a sandwich.
It is an opportunity to share ideas with the local community because we don't necessarily get to do that on an everyday basis.
The speaker has no control over the slideshow. So if you're not ready when it changes, well, too bad.
You know, some people sort of, some people get excited about exercising body. I get excited about exercising some thoughts.
And if the crowd doesn't dig it, they can talk amongst themselves or go get more to drink. You know, anything but pay attention to the boring speaker.
You want me to look at this, or you?
Really, it is a competition between what's happening on stage and what's happening everywhere else.
I think so far we've hit bookbinding, Southern Indiana, stars, elephants, South Africa, jewelry, and I'm reading more about transvestites.
I hated the show.
But that's your right.
It's my right.
I do know that somehow I was convinced that in order to tell this story about what we call PK for short, I needed to participate in one.
Our headliner tonight, one bite at a time.
And let me just tell you, it is sort of nerve-wracking.
I think we're basically in the worst case scenario.